I want to get real with you today. I think there are three main reasons why people remain poor. That's today's show. Let's dive into it.
Here we are at our very first rental property.
Hey everyone, I'm Clayton Morris, longtime entrepreneur, real estate investor, run multiple seven-figure businesses. And today I want to lay out three things that I see as a pattern among people that complain, whine, and never can break through to get to the other side of being poor. Number one on my list is they don't work hard. You do not work hard. If you're watching this, let me know if this resonates with you. And I don't mean work hard at your job. I'm sure you probably work hard 40 hours a week for somebody else, right? You go to that job every day, you commute 2 hours, you come home, you plop down on the couch because you're exhausted. So you are working hard, but you're just not working hard at your dreams. So with 168 hours in the week, you're working for somebody else 40 hours of that week. And even if you were to sleep 8 hours a night, which I know you're not, because Americans do not sleep that long, although they should, that leaves an additional 72 hours every week that you can be working on your own dreams. So you come home after work, instead of putting on Netflix, instead of sitting down and wasting time, could you be mapping out your goals and dreams and executing on those things? You know, when I started out real estate investing, I was working a day job. And every night I would get on the phone and make deals happen. That is how I was able to break that cycle. But most people don't think that they can. Or they think that they would have to leave their job in order to pursue their dreams. How many of those 72 hours could you devote to this side hustle, to the things that you want in your life, to the dreams? Maybe you want to build a photography website, travel business, a knitting blog, write that book that you've always wanted to write, start a YouTube channel, start investing in real estate. Whatever it happens to be, you have those additional hours every day that you can be leveraging. How are you leveraging those additional hours? So I think the number one reason on my list is that most people aren't working hard enough, aren't working hard. We always have reserve gas in our tank. And if you are tired, then you know what? Find ways to create more energy in your life. Eat better, sleep better, give yourself more energy. There's no reason that after 8 hours in an office, sitting at a computer, coming home at 5 o'clock, that you should be exhausted. So much so that you can't pursue your dreams. But are you tired enough that you put on Netflix and put on other things that distract you and play words with friends on your phone? What are the things that you're wasting your time on? Start eliminating those things. So eat healthier, sleep better, have more energy, and then you'll have more extra hours in your day to devote to your side projects and your passion projects. There's multiple things that I'm working on right now outside of my core businesses because I'm excited about them and I'm devoting time, attention, and energy to them. And so even at 10 o'clock at night, I'm excited. I'm working on something that really excites me. You can too. Number two on my list is you're buying meaningless stuff. You're spending money on things that don't nourish you. And what do I mean by that? I've really been big on this idea of nourishment lately, that everything in our lives should nourish us. Meaningful things in our lives should nourish us. If we're going to spend money on a meal, then that meal better nourish me, right? So I went out to a delicious fish lunch the other day, and potatoes and a fresh grilled fish with just a little bit of sea salt and just lemon, not deep fried and all of that. Fresh, right out of the ocean. And I thought, wow, I'm spending money on this meal. It's nourishing me. So when you go out and buy a new electronic device, is it nourishing you? You want the latest iPhone or Android device. Are you wasting time on that device? Is it taking from your life, or is it actually nourishing you? So you're buying meaningless stuff. You're buying fast food. You're spending money on things that aren't bringing value to your life. You're wasting money. Maybe you're going out to clubs. Maybe you're going out to, drinking late at night and wasting money. So every time you're drinking late at night, is that nourishing you? No, it's taking from you. Because now it's screwing up not just that night and your money, but it's also wasting your day the next day. How are you going to have the energy later the next day after you work your 9-to-5 job to come home and then pursue your dreams? You can't. So what things go into your life? Are they nourishing you? Friends, okay? Which will bring me my third point here in a second. food, electronics that you're buying, clothing that you're buying, software that you're spending money on. Look around at all of those things. I guarantee you, you are wasting boatloads of money, keeping yourself poor because you're buying meaningless crap. What really do you need in your life? What really do you need? You don't need that much, okay? You need fresh food, water, shelter. How much do you really need? Do you need the latest phone? Do you need the latest gadget? You don't. So think about it. How will this nourish me in my life? And then go from there. Number 3 on my list is friends. Most people are surrounding themselves with losers. I know I used to. I had losers as friends, really did. And these are the people that talk you out of taking action. These are the people that when you say you're going to be home at 6 o'clock at night, you're not going to go out to the bar tonight because you are working on your book. You are working on your side project. You're building a business at night. Those friends that try to talk you out of taking action like that, tell you you shouldn't do that, tell you you can't do that, that it's a big waste of time, and that there are multiple competitors out there, so how are you going to do that? How are you going to compete? You've got to cut those people out of your life. We all know that you are the product of the 5 people you spend the most time with, right? So who are those 5 people in your life? And are they taking from you? Are they really hurting you? So most people are surrounded by these losers. Can you cut these people out of your life? You know, once you start noticing these things, when you say, maybe you put it out there that you're going to start a business, you have a passion project you want to work on. And if you start to find out that they're telling you you can't do it, that you should put that aside, come out, drink with us, let's just go out, you're not going to do that. And also spread, it's not even just about that, talking you out of it, it's also spreading negativity. I used to surround myself years ago in an old television job that I had, and everyone there gossiped all day. That's all they did was gossip. This was like 15 years ago. All they cared about was bringing other people down, judging other people. And if you're surrounding yourself with that every day, you start to judge other people. You start to think that you're better than other people. So you start to look for inconsistencies and flaws in other people. I got news for you. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. But it's not up to you to point that out to me. I'm working on myself. What are you doing? So stop surrounding yourself with losers. So those are my 3 main reasons that people remain poor. Because remember, poor is a temporary state, okay? It's just a lack of money now. Move yourself in a certain direction. So number 1 on my list, right, is you've got to spend time working on your dreams. You are not working hard enough. You are not. Okay? Number 2, find things that nourish you. Stop wasting your money on meaningless crap. And number 3, surround yourself with positive people that you aspire to be. Those are the people that you look up to, that have set goals regularly. Don't surround yourself with losers anymore. Hit me up in the comments. I want to know which of these 3 really resonated with you, and how can I help you build a business and build a life that you want. That's what this channel is all about, my friends. Much love to you. We'll see you in the next video.